245 could be a place. Possibly.
Good morning. So, need to put on a little music here. A little late to the morning here. Hard time sneaking out. Sneaking out this morning. All right, let's throw a little music on. Sorry, guys. Here we go.
Judge Glanville.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. How loud this music's gonna be. Turn this down a little bit for scale into this. All right. All right. So I got music, but we're gonna see. So tapping into this 240 level, I actually would like to be a buyer here. Actually specifically right here at 32. Let's see here. I'm gonna buy one here a little late. A little late. So I think we're still fine. We cracked this 417. I might buy on the back end of this, but I'll go very small in here. Don't have no desktop audio, huh? Hold on 1 second here. Let's see here. Very interesting. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, it's saying that there's no audio, but we might just have to roll with no audio today. Hey, you might like it better. All right, we'll go no audio today. We'll focus. Focus. I only have a small window anyway, so we'll keep it that way. So tick took this level here. So these levels got taken immediately. I'm gonna get rid of these levels immediately here. Tapped right over there. That's where I wanted to get in, 432 level. That's kind of exactly where I wanted to get in. I'm actually going to copy trade here. Oops. So the reason why I'm copying trading today is because yesterday I fat fingered to trade, and I had all right, we're gonna keep an eye on this volume here. I had fat fingered to trade and ended up going 10 contracts on my main account, my main Express account, instead of one contract. And ended up losing. I was supposed to lose $90. Ended up almost losing $900. So it just happens. This happens sometimes. Shouldn't happen, but when I'm switching back and forth between combines and regulars and this and that, I thought I was on my well, actually, I thought I was on my combine account, and I looked up and I was on my Express account. I was like, oh no. And then it just happened to be like one of the only engulfing. Well, there was a bunch of engulfing bars, but let me see. It was this bar right here. So I went to go short here, one contract, or I'm sorry, with 10 on my Express, with the withdrawal, so with holding this up here. I was kind of holding it here, and we immediately ripped straight up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we took out this seller. I can't hold it above this one basically. So yeah, that's how that happened. And then yeah, that's all she wrote here. So I'm gonna look for some base runs today. I'm gonna try, and I've been doing pretty well with this. I had a good cut. We cut a good bounce yesterday right off of here, right off this level, which is now gone, by the way. It's a gone level. All right, so let's see if we can find something a little more particular. This is a 30-second anomaly here. We have an increase of buying, so a little bit of overlap here. Let's see here. May buy a couple more. Tap this area right here. 440. Yeah. I'm gonna make this gold. So low volume pullback, a higher increased volume selling there. A huge sell. So we'll, in the short term, put our sell up here, but really I want a little bit more context. There's a big dump, so find out what happens here. Here's our sell. If we were going to find some zones in the sell, we got the 2 right here. right here. And then get the 2 right here. So we're tapping into some of that liquidity right now. Kind of big zones for the morning. I don't really like big zones. Not big 30-second zones, you know. These are just initial balance zones, so they're more likely to get taken. But as you can see, we're kind of tapping into that liquidity right there. So sellers are still opening, and we're getting this going in the morning. I don't know if I want to take a level pressed up against this. You know, I guess I'll take the buy, but if it cracks 431, I don't really want to be holding more than 30 points on 3. So I think I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to keep to my 1 here. New buying came in right here. So fire. This guy could get cracked though. And that was a bit our fill right there, that 447. I did like it. I just don't. I want a little bit more time in this morning. I want a little bit more time. That's why I'm in for very late right now. All right, cracked again, a touch. Pushing into this buying pool down here. I think this is the close of the gap too, maybe. So the market has closed its gap. When did it close? Oh, it closed the gap last night. Okay, that was the close of the gap. So we opened below the gap here. If anything, we gap down a touch. All right, tapping into some of that liquidity. We also, do we have a player here somewhere? Let's see. Barely. Barely. I don't even like, I'm gonna call it right here. Call it right here. We're starting to cut through some of that liquidity now. Hence, I didn't really like it. But we're gonna hold into here. I'm gonna hold this. I do like this level, this 432 level. I do like it a lot. So I like the overlap. I like the buyers try to take it up twice. Lots of like on that. So this guy's gone. This liquidity has kind of been dredged into a little bit here. We do have sellers up here. I may take my profits at 488 on the back side of this. That's kind of where I'll look to take profits. All right, and let's see here. Get into the page here going. Maybe I'll have to do music on my other account. I almost feel like it's eerily quiet now. I can do it without music anymore. So yeah, between these two players this morning, here's your 2 players. This is the zones here. So I don't mind that a new buyer had dredged this up here. I think we at least can come tap 69. I probably will take my contract off at 84, 88. Expect like a wick and then a shove. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. That's what I'm looking to see happen. Let's see. All right, I'm probably gonna take mine off right about here. I do want to get up to 88, but we are starting to tap into some of this liquidity now. I think if we're gonna short, we're gonna get that extra strength right around this area. So I ended up taking that off right there. Trying to get into my live stream, my other account here. Goodness. There we go. That's what I want. There we go. Perfect. All right. Go. Good morning. All right. We got our little trade here off here. Your players are here this morning. We had that aggressor kind of come in off that sell. I don't expect this liquidity to hold as well, this opening bar here, initial balance bar or whatever it is. So if anything's going to get retraced, it's going to be that. We have a new player pushing this up right here, these three. Buyer. I'll mark them, but we're not going to really notice we tapped back into that liquidity. We'll keep an eye out for this guy. This liquidity is getting chewed up. Good morning, DS. How are you, my bro? Here we are right here at 88. I do want to take a short sell at 88. Small. I didn't really get that fill. Where's the Dom at? Here we go. Let's go 88. Whoa, 10 contracts. Did not want to go 10 contracts. All right, let's get rid of half of these. Did not want to go that much. All right. Wanted to go a few contracts. I guess my Dom was a little heavy-handed over here. All right, so here's that 88 liquidity that we're tapping into now. I'm going to sell oh, I keep selling right at the wrong time here. And a flash goes back up. All right, we dredged up heavy. We're finding new buyers into here. I'm going to hold off just because it's the initial balance bar. Let's get a little bit more context here. So try to take a stab at 88. You saw that there is selling liquidity there, but we're going to hold off a touch. The way that this volume's coming in is pretty strong. If anything, we might look to buy, but I'm going to give this range a little bit more time. I want to clearly identify where our sell side player is. We had that dump right off the morning. I assumed there was going to be one there, and there was a little bit of, you saw it when it come tapped up into here, but I don't know exactly where these sellers are. This is really wide opening bar, so we're going to find them. All right. So you're going to have to deal with ads probably. Let's see if the desktop audio actually carries over. Wow. I probably have to restart my Prism to get music, but I'm only here for an hour and a half anyways. You guys hear the music or no? My Prism is telling me you guys cannot hear music. All right. So this guy's getting taken. And then we have, from this perspective, getting taken too. Volumes tapering, so I'm not putting this as a new 5-minute buyer yet. But we are getting up into this range now. Started to push up. That's why I wanted to kind of step out of there. The way the volume was coming in, I was like, all right, we're not going to be so aggressive at the 80s here. I was aggressing here, right? Like 88 is where I was starting to aggress the first time. So we're starting to hit the back end of this. We want to find out, where is this seller? Where is he? If we could find him, I'm going to play off the liquidity. We know we have a new buyer here. This is a gold zone, by the way. So all of this is pretty much new buying. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's go back here. Go. So we're going to keep an eye out. We got that bounce off these liquidities. The 32s exactly like to the tick. See that? To the tick. Right off 32. So that's where it wasn't one buyer, it was two buyers. Two separate buying that happened here. That's why these zones are marked off differently. I love buying when they overlap or when they touch. That's like, I've noticed that they almost to the tick work often. So, yeah, that's nice. All right, so we found a little bit of a seller up here in this range. This might be an actual aggressor. Let's look at the volume. Volume's going to start giving it away here, but we do have a lot of buying volume to get through as well. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, plus a back tick, plus, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So this is a little bit of overlap right here. So if I was going to be a buyer down here, 70s is looking good for the buy on the inverse, right? So maybe I could throw a couple orders in at 70. Do a little love tap here. Let's go 71, 75. Not a trading recommendation, by the way. Please trade at your own risk. We'll just go a few. There's bars all the way up here, but just in case we flash down, see how we got a little bit of that buying liquidity right there. See that? Little reaction right there. All right, tapping into that a little bit. I still say we may come down a little bit more. We have a new aggressor on the sell side in the morning, so this is your new seller here. and we're going to tap right into this pool here. So you should get a little rejection off this. I should honestly probably be playing the, let me see, this is a big liquidity. Okay, keep an eye out. Cut my mic real fast. There you go. There's that selling liquidity here. Starting to dredge down lower. To be honest with you, I'd rather stick with a 5-minute selling player than a non 5-minute buying player. We can cut through this pretty quick. I am expecting this to have a little bit of some love here, though. So if we come down, I'm expecting a little bit of some covering they'll be able to do. So trying to firm run it just enough. Oops. See if we can bring it up just a touch. Oh, 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 there we go. All right. So there's that. Let's see if we crack both of these zones. This is what I'm kind of scared of. So let's see. We're coming down. We should get our buying right here a little bit. Let's hold on, ladies. All right. This line's kind of jacking me up. There we go. All right. 2, 1. I was looking for a little sharper of a rejection there. So let's see. Let's see if we can get it. All right. I'll taper off 1 since I'm not getting a strong rejection like how I want to. If we tap back into that liquidity, it could be a little sketch. Take 1 more off here. I want to see this liquidity hold. I'll hold the last one for 6 seconds to see if this overlap holds or not. Just trying to protect myself a little bit. Yeah, okay, there we go. So it didn't close all the way, and then I'll take this last one off here. All right, so small scalp there, but you see how this zone held. So all of this got eaten up, and then you had this little bit of overlap right here still from the bottom of this wick. So now you have your rejection up here. So if I wanted to sell one, I could sell one up here. Sorry, where are we at here? Boom, 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 90. Get better fills on this. 90. 4? Ooh, I don't want 4. All right, well, let's get rid of 2, hopefully. Let's see. All right, covered 2 because I did not want to get fill for 4 to begin with. But here you go, about 50%. 50% retracement is kind of what I was looking for. Volume's been upticking. See how the volume's kind of upticking above these sellers here? So that's kind of sketch too. And I'm going to get out of there. All right, so we're making little wins here this morning. We're finding the players. We're finding the buyers, the sellers. Doing some little scalps here this morning, trying to take just a few points off. All right. So I think we're up roughly only like 50, 25 points this morning, but it's not bad. Good morning, Trader DLS. How are you? I'm only trading one strat today because I need to well, I'm finding I'm not even trading my other strategy very clean because I'm doing both. So we're gonna stick to one today because I have a small window and there's probably a little bit more opportunity with this one. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I gotta get out early off the stream. I gotta go. I gotta go take my kid to my mom's, and that is a hurdle in the morning. Tuesdays are like that. All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 down. See the volume's decreasing, so expecting this to, if we tap down here, expecting a rip. But we still have that seller up here, so see what happens. All right, so bounced off the liquidity twice, coming back up and now dredging into these sellers. Now, the way that the low volume selling is happening here, you did have an aggressor try and push it down, but as soon as we tap that area, the buying volume looks stronger. I wanted to take a long here, but that's okay. I'm not getting a 5-minute read yet. I'm still, if I'm gonna sell, I'm gonna sell at the tens and maybe the back end of the 500s. So we're gonna take a little peek here. Man, it's so strange that we're not getting any desktop audio here. Let's see here. Oh, whoa. Sorry, I didn't mean to blast you guys. Oh, there's a little bit. Man, the decibel's got to be really low for this, huh? That's very interesting. What if I turn on my computer audio? Oh, that is up all the way. Oh. Oh. All right. Tapping up into that liquidity a little bit here. Increase. So this is a new player right here. Boom. New player's trying to push this up. Right here. See him? Boom, boom, boom. Cheers. Pushing up into this seller up here. Still might be interested in selling the 510s for a little love tap. We'll see. Might get myself 3 up here at 510. See what happens here. Since this still is our 5-minute player. Maybe the back end, I'll take a couple. Two maybe at 506. Let's go 505. 505, 507. We'll do a small. Not a trading recommendation, by the way. All right, let's see here. Come on. I wanted to come up and fill me all in one go. Boom, 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 boom. I don't want shorts to get squeezed up into this area. That's what I don't want. Another new buyer, Grest here. So we still don't have our 5-minute buying zone yet, but there are a bunch of this overlaps nice. 88. This is where probably if we come and slap this area and come back down, I'm gonna look to take profits around here. So, all right, let's see.
Order filled.
There's 1, there's 2. Let's see if we get our 510 fill.
Order filled.
There it is. All right, so this is getting a little intense as far as volume. I'm gonna try and taper a couple of these off because this
order filled.
This volume's kind of getting sketchy. Here we
Order
go. All right, I'm
filled.
gonna take 2 off there because I ended up getting my fill. All I wanted was 3 filled. All right, so here the volume's kind of increasing up into this area. We should get some selling liquidity here. So see if we can get a little rejection here. Volume's getting strong. Let's see, I'm still gonna hold this. May even sell the back end. I think I'm gonna hold this until. Sorry, so this player's gone here, and we're starting to dredge up to this 5-minute here. So should get a little small love here. Maybe come back down to the 87s, 88s. We'll see. This buyer's aggressing pretty heavily. All right, so that was tempting to take one off there. Top of our selling liquidity is right there. If we blast this, we could get really crazy here. So I'm gonna hold till the 28. I just hope that it doesn't go up to 44-ish. May sell 2 on the back end at 27, 26. I'll go 3. All right, let's see. So buying's really increasing here. So you have another player dredging this up. I'm expecting this volume to increase if we crack this level up here. So let's see what happens. It's gonna be interesting. All right, I'm gonna cover a couple here.
Order
Oh, whoops. I
filled.
don't want to sell those.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, well, that was blunder. That was a full-fledged blunder. I swore I clicked the mouse 3 times to get rid of 2 of those 5 contracts. And I guess I clicked it somehow 5 times. Must have been double tapping that mouse. Wish I could do that when I'm playing games. Well, I think we got 18 bucks out of that. That was a blunder. All right, so let's see here. We need to get this wick appropriated here. All right, so right here's the top. Here is our top. Right there. I need to sell this near the top here. 27. If we crack it though, we're gonna go crazy. Really, if I wanted to be a real true seller here, I wanna wait until we get up to these 600s. I'm gonna go a little heavy. So this is kind of small right now. But we're gonna see. We're doing almost a full retracement on the morning. See what's gonna happen. See if I get a little fill here on this back end. Still wouldn't mind being a seller here. All right, we got face a little rejection there. I might take one just to get my hand in the cookie jar. I'm gonna go at 525. See how this volume. Oh, we got news coming too. Oh, I can get my face ripped off here. All right, Jolt's jobs openings. Still want one at 33, 39. So let's hear 39. Expecting a little bit of some. Go one of. Yeah, we'll go here. All right, so this news is going to be crazy. Let's go
Order
up to 600.
Order filled.
604. So I'm going to sell a few at 604. If we rip all the way up to 604, let's see here. 604, I'm going to sell 10 at 625. I want to go right here. Go right here to the pocket. All right, I need to buy a couple of these
Order
off.
filled.
All right, I sold 2.
Order filled.
Sold another one. Let's see what happens. All right, if we crack, see how that liquidity is holding here. So someone's still selling into that. This could get kind of heavy here. So sold on to 1. Oh, what is this? Yeah, jobs. Yeah. All right, I wonder how it came out actually. Let's see here. Jobs came out better than expected. Consumer confidence. Wow. Wait, is that better than expected? What is this? Oh, it's worse than expected. Okay. So let's see here. Maybe enough to crack all these buyers. These buyers haven't really stepped up yet. The sellers have been more intense. So I am expecting the sellers to still be a little stronger here. Hold on to this one, see if we shove down. I'm gonna wait until we break this buyer first. Even these buyers, I'm not too. We're gonna skip this. Get my YouTube up. Actually, sorry, my Google up. All right, so we're catching a tiny bid here, but still, I'm not too intimidated until we crack this 26 level. So. That's kind of what I'm looking for. All right, let's see here. There we go. All right, so pushing up into this now. Took off 3, so I'm not too worried about it. Holding on here. Holding on. Sorry, that didn't actually need to move at all yet. All right, we tapped up into here again, sold off, got a little rejection off that liquidity there. So this is your more active player. Sorry, that music's kind of loud. Let me turn that down. All right, he's holding. I don't know if he can hold for long, but look at the volume on the selling that happened here, right? Twice. So, and again, if there's a seller, there's also a buyer. So if the price doesn't move big, but there's still a lot of selling, and there's not continued follow through selling, then these guys can kind of get squeezed here. So that's an important note there. But I'm still going to play them off of this level. If we close above this level, then that's just the way it's going to roll there. So we do have our first increase in buying on this 5 minute. So this could be our actual player in the market here. There we go. There's the close. So now I'm going to cut that one there off the close of this. So this player is gone. We're dredging up into this seller. We're getting ready for a new buyer, which is right here. This could be the increase we want. And we're going to probably take... Well, with this full retracement though, I don't love it. We might have to just take this candle up. So 1 minute left on this candle. We're gonna see if this candle stays above. We could probably start to short small here, up at these levels. So let's have a little look here. Build a little case scenario here. I don't know if I want to short from this. I think I'm gonna hold off on this. We'll keep it up there just to see, but I don't really think I need to hold. Let me just make sure there's nothing on the 5 minute. Oh, we do have some liquidity here on the 5 minute. Let's see here. And here. Okay. There's double liquidity. Pre-market liquidity. Oh, goodness. I hate when I do that. Makes me feel so weird. All right. So we do have some overlap here, actually. In selling liquidity, which I actually like overlap, but I don't like pre-market overlap. All right. And we have a little bit of an increase here. So... notice we tapped right up to that, and then we're now rejecting. So that might have been a decent area to sell at too, right there. We're gonna see about this one. This is still active a little bit, but that's why we're probably getting our bigger rejections. It was off near the double. So double. All right, so that might be our actual seller. Double 5 minute overlap is crazy. That's a different kind of vibe there. So missed that this morning. Should have charted a little bit better. Let's see if we can find some specific areas though here. All right, let's find some gold zones here. You got one big engulfing here. So this is going to be a little bit of a gold zone here. And let me get this over here quickly. All right, we've dredged up a little bit into them, a little bit. And then is there a gold zone anywhere in this? Increase. No, that's a decrease. Those all look like decreases. I think it's over here. Here it is right here. There's your surgical seller right here. And then we tapped up into that liquidity a few times last night. So this morning rather. All right. So the question is, do I want to play pre-market? All right. So this guy's gone, by the way. We're taking out sellers officially. I would prefer now to be on the buy side of this if we're going to take out the selling liquidity. Just not yet. We haven't taken out a ton of buyers. This would have been a nice level to sell at. Even nicer probably would have been this 544, 543 level. And this was where that buying was yesterday or last week. This is the opening range of this gap. So we're kind of touching that level again. And a lot of liquidity got pushed through there. So, all right. Well, that was interesting. Could have got a couple nice little scalps there, 20-point scalps from here to there. So we'll see if we get a new aggressor. We don't have really a new aggressor yet. Technically, with this candle and this news, this is technically another seller from here to here, but I just don't trust it yet. So I'm gonna leave that guy out of the equation because of the news. All right. So we have some levels down here we're going to take a look at, but let me see the volume. Increase. So this is your buyer right here. Well, technically it is this guy too, but I don't really trust it engulfing all the way. So technically your buyer's right here. There you go. We're going to see how this candle lies though. Wherever this candle lies, that's what it's going to tell us where our actual 5 minute buyer's at. But until then, our buyer's right here. All right, so here's your bigger rejection. Still not too crazy on the selling volume yet. Not like a new player positioning himself. So we're gonna see what happens. Do have this buyer right here though, this block right here. Gonna keep an eye out. Again, these volumes don't really matter too much until this candle closes. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry, getting a little. People are leaving. Hold on 1 second. All right, guys, I gotta go for just 1 second, maybe like 30 seconds. But if this volume upticks, you have a new aggressor here, which this would put at a new level. We have our previous aggressor stepping in to the position up here, and as you can see, this was your player, and this was the double lap. I liked this. So if I was going to play this again, I'd sell the back end of this and sell into this. I would prefer it to come up to 44, though. I probably would have missed my fill there. You do have a new buyer here, and then this buyer is now pretty much all the way up to right here. So you have a little bit of overlap right here now at the 12. If I was going to pick out new buying here, you have new buyer here, and then all of these zones don't matter. So even though I know that these are zones here, I'm actually getting rid of them for reference. So I don't want to play any zone that's not within a 5-minute green box because they're more likely to get ran through. So there we go. So we have that. Yes, that is how it is, and we're gonna keep it there. I'll be right back. Whoa, man! See, I'll leave for 1 second right there. 544 is a great short zone. I don't want the second test now. Look at that. It's really dredging it up. I might take one there. I'll take a sprinkle. I'll take a sprinkle right here. See if this guy gets cracked. This should be a good zone. So, we'll see. I want to see it come all the way back down to 511. Just missed it. I would have put on the first tap, I would have put probably 3. Covered a couple here. But since now I'm dealing with the 1, I want to hold it and see it come down to like let me see, where's your beginning or regressing? But you do have a buyer right here to here. The volume's low though, much bigger seller. But the sell volume did decrease. So that's saying to me not new sellers aggressing, just a lot of liquidity here. So let's have a little look here, by the way. We need to kick back some of this selling liquidity because that's getting taken up. All right, let's see if we can get a little rollover here. Maybe to the 16s. Maybe to the 20s. 20s would be pushing it. Maybe 22. Let's go up on our little DOM here. Let's see here. Let's buy one at 22. I think 22 is reasonable. And then I want to be a buyer at 511 again. Maybe even front run that a touch. Go one at 516. And then I'll buy 2 at... I probably want to stay on there. Now we'll see. Buy volume increasing here. Still small though. But we'll see if we tap up in that range again. It'll be an interesting one. 1 minute left in this 5-minute candle. We are kind of pushing our way up here. Boom, boom. I think on our strat we have an actual clean 2 more break. So with a clean toolbar break and an anomaly, this is saying that this thing can go to up to the 73 level. So we might aggress here pretty soon. All right, if this one doesn't crack here off this seller, we actually engulf this bar. I'm going to cut this trade. I would like to see this thing kind of eat down a touch more. Not like that. I want to see it actually crack. This is your new buyer here, but I want to see it crack it and then come down to the 22s. I was a little flush of liquidity there. That was interesting. So we'll see. All right, I'm gonna cut that one there. Even though we do have a seller aggressed here, wasn't really what I wanted. I was hoping when that had that little flash tick there. That is just not what I was looking for. All right, so we could still come down. By the way, come down to hit these levels. I'm gonna be less aggressive though now. All right, so this seller's increasing, so we have a new red zone here. Technically, where is it? Like right here? Well, it's definitely going to be right there now because you have 1, 2, 3. But this one, how this wicked up, I have to take the measurement off this, and that one basically took out both of these. So both of those are invalid. This is the only one that's valid, and we just got swept. So, all right. So I don't know. To be honest, this is bullish. We had that break. We could go up to 70. So I probably don't want to take any more shorts here. If we do come through this area, we'll probably blast through the 48s. Let's see. Argument to be made that I should have sold there, but I still want to wait and see here. Getting pretty wicky though up these areas. Look at that. Found our seller. Sellers up here. Pre-market sellers are for real. Oh, I could have probably sold too, but it gets pretty over trady. I want to get a little bit better pricing on liquidity, on external liquidity. On how do you say? I want to find the bigger buyer and sellers, not the little ones. Even though it's good, you can get your points. One more. There we go. See, this sell volume's tapering. So not even a new seller still. It's just that liquidity that's up here. So it's up to these buyers. If these buyers want enough, they're going to have to push through and blast through these sellers. And then I don't even think well, 70 was that first level, right? Is what I said. Let's see here. I'm going to find out where this wick is. Can't see it. All right. Let's see. I should have known that's the bottom of the bottom of that level. Let's see here. 72. So that's going to be the top at 72. I might go look to front run it at 70 a little bit. Maybe 68. Play the back end at 79. You see that this double though, this double's nice. Get another rejection here. I don't think it's going to hold. I still think in the end, we blast through him. This was the first move I wanted. See right here, remember when it came down like right here? I took it here, I wanted this one right here. Boom, that was the liquidity grab I wanted. So, increase, increase, increase. So our seller is right. Boom, boom, boom. Our seller's right here. Even though I really don't like. Let's see here. So the last one, it would be right here. Seller's right here. So new seller aggressed here. It'd be interesting. I'm still more bullish than bearish, but you know, I might change my stance here. You have that seller right there. Sellers are trying to take it up a little bit. Take it down, I mean. Okay, here they go. Cut my mic real quick. 10-point scalps go crazy, man, off this level. That's crazy. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. All right, so we're back up into this liquidity again. This new seller, we'll see if this new seller holds here. So far he's pushing, but this double zone here is where a lot of liquidity is. This is where a lot of sellers are. They're loving selling it. They're just enjoying themselves selling at these levels. So we identified these levels a little early. But let's see here. If we come back down, tap, we might hold here. Might get a little love here at 503. If we crack the 503s, that can get really, if we flash down real fast, could get a little scary because all of this to me, well, this was pretty good buying, but let's see. Just it didn't reflect on our 5-minute. So I still didn't mark these levels, but we'll find out. All right. So this buyer is just dredging up. See the buy volume just continuing to increase. So this new seller got taken. We tapped back up into this liquidity again, and it's just continuing to. Part of me really feels like this guy's going to get taken really quick, and it's going to squeeze these shorts. So then we have a ton of other liquidity to get through. A ton. Like we're going to have some really strong buying to rip through all of this selling up. This is just massive. Massive. At the 602 level especially, like if we get through this front, that's one thing. If we break the 611s, that would be very interesting. All right, so here the selling went again. Notice that it tapped it, and algorithms are continuing to, as strong buying comes in, the algorithms are having a hard time keeping up, and it's starting to slip. But they're still selling into this. All right, let's back off our level a little bit now. Let's see here. So the algorithms don't want to show their hand. They don't want to show how much they have, right? That's why they're using algorithms to sell off. They want buyers to come into them. But once they're satisfied and they pretty much filled all their orders, the market continues to go. That's kind of what we're seeing right now. So we saw that there was a lot of sell, but look how strong this buyer is now. So all of these guys now from a 30-second are gone, the gold zone. We're going to see about on the 5-minute here. So we have this next seller up here, 558. We're going to see what this guy does. See this little tap here? So we'll see. This wasn't too big of a seller. I did mark the zone. I think I mentioned it yesterday that I didn't really trust that zone too much. I prefer to be up here at the 687s. So let's see here. Where are we at? 688. I'll take a small pull here. Oh, very interesting. All right, so I don't really want to front run this anymore. If we break up and come up into this area off of this rip, that'd be very interesting. So these are 5-minute levels in red. So as long as these guys are still intact at the end of 1 minute and 41 seconds, it is what it is. Let's filter this up a little bit. Still sell volume is pretty weak compared to the buyer. This is a new aggressor right here, between here and here. Good morning, Samu. How are you, my bro? All right, so again, that's what I said. Seller's not a new seller yet. I don't really want to play the 70 yet. I could have. All right, I'll take one there. I would have preferred the 72 probably. Ooh, okay, so yeah, this is where it's gonna get a little heavy. All right, so which is fine. I'm okay doing one for 20 points. Really, I want to start playing this level up here though, or scaling into this 97 level a little bit. I don't want to be playing the backside of this though this whole time. All right, so that person got taken heavy. So if this guy's, I'm playing this player here. So if this guy gets taken, it's here. All right, so all that liquidity is getting right there. I'm gonna sell one more. Oh, 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 blasting. All right, it's here. So this guy's going on the 5 minute, right? 7 seconds left. Yeah. All right, so this is crazy. I'm gonna sell heavy up here at 602. Get ready. I want this guy to come tap me. We're gonna front run him a touch. All right, so down 60, not too bad. All right, where are we at? So we need to get rid of this guy. Getting rid of these guys. That's a big candle. I don't want to be a counter trend trader here. I just know that there's big liquidity here at the 600 level. So I'm going to go a bit heavy up into this 603. I'm going to be in for 13 contracts off of this player here and hope that this 610, 6-9 level holds. So again, this guy is gone. This guy's gone. And this guy's got chewed up into pretty heavily. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Yeah. With how aggressive the initial was, which is here, by the way, this is not a new aggressor, but this aggressor, that was crazy. All right, so let's look at the volume here. Yeah, that's our new buyer here. Okay, so this whole stretch from here to here, rough. Well, it depends on where this candle lies, but it's gonna go where this candle is gonna lie anyways. But this is a big buyer. So did we almost tag that? Oh no, no way, no way. Getting these, look at this. Did I put it just oh my gosh, I should have put it to the tick at 603. That sucks. I don't want to do the second for 10 now. I'm gonna have to half the size. Let's go back up here, see what happens. Come on, don't run from me. That was the play right there, and I put it 2 ticks above where it should have been. We would have already been up almost 20 points off that. Oh, man. All right, so I'm going to cover those, even though I know that there's a seller up here. Man, look at this short that I just missed. 30 points almost off 10 contracts. That was what I wanted right there. I would have covered probably half of them by now. Oh, guys, to the tick. I had the zone marked to the tick. Look at this, to the tick, and I put it right here on this backside, right there. Oh yeah. And what did we bounce off that? 50 points immediately. All right. Well, what's that? 50 points. What's one contract? 50 points. $1,000. This is a $1,000 move right here. $1,000 short to the tick. All right. Well, I told you where the seller was. I told you exactly where the seller was. Disappointment. Because now we've retraced almost, 100 points. 80 points. I would have been out, though. That would have been. Oh. It's all right. There's going to be more opportunity. There's going to be more opportunity, but that would have been fantastic. Fantastic. So that was that big seller up there that we checked. So now you see the liquidity, and big seller stepped in again and offloaded. So, man. Disappointment. All right. I'm going to shake that one off. I think I'm going to shake it off. I don't know. Why not? All right, so this is our true liquidity level now for the buy side. Right down here from the 5 minute. So we had to wait and see what this candle was going to do as a retracement. So I said it didn't really matter yet. This buy volume was tapering. I don't know if you guys see that tapered. So you had this to me with a squeeze, Did you catch the short? Or you cut it to the upside? Oh man. Dude, that was the trade of the day. And I missed it by a point. And I got out of those shorts that were here because I was like, all right, we're just going to I want this to test again. All right, so we have a new seller aggressing, obviously, but we have some of this liquidity ran up into. So let's see here what we got here. Let's chart this appropriately. All right, so here's this. And in the zone, you have this guy to this guy right here. This is your selling liquidity now. But we want the overlap. So again, the 696 might be a level to take it. Got a new buyer trying again. Tapped right at that 528. Well, actually, scratch that. That is the level that we had marked. So this is where we're saying your buyer is technically here. This guy. Let's see, is that a big block order? Not really. You could make an argument and say that this is your actual buyer, though. I just don't like it. But I'll leave it. Oh, man. You caught this one? Oh. One tick away. One tick away from it. It was that 1 minute, 50 points? 30 seconds, well, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 50 points. That would have been, I mean, what do you say about that, right? There's your liquidity right there. All right, so this guy's gone, by the way. Oh, man. All right, there's gonna be more. It's more opportunity. That one was a really good one. That's why I went heavy. You guys have been seeing me do like 1 in 3 contracts, and then I put a 10 lot up here, right here. I should have front ran it. With how aggressive this was coming up and the volume tapering off, I should have front ran this. That's all right though. All right, so let's have a little peek here. New buyer. I'm going to mark him here. A little bit of overlap here. All right, so starting to come up into the selling again. Now, question is, where do I want to be a seller? Are we going to golf this whole bar again? Or do I want to front run this at 87? See what I'm saying? Right here. Let's see this. New buyer. I ain't gonna take no chances this time. I'm gonna go a little. This could be a little worse pricing, but yeah. Yeah, I'm good with it. If it comes back up, I'll do it again. I'm gonna front run this though a little bit. Want this to come up. This 88 is gonna act as that that resistance now, right? And you do have new selling all the way up, but I am gonna take another one at 603 again. New buyer, low volume pullback, so not real selling at these levels. Your real seller's up here. And again, that seller is going to be there until 616. And then you have another order here, the 630s I might try and sell from. So again, if we get through all of that liquidity, I got to start pulling over some of this other liquidity. Yeah, I'm good with it. I need to pay attention though a little bit. All right, so we're tapping into some of that liquidity. Just a little bit. I still would rather be a seller at 86. All right. Oh, no. Let's go back here. There we go. All right. I'm going to try and play too aggressive because I wanted to play really aggressive into that short. You guys see why I wanted to play really aggressive into that short. That's why. You saw that big rejection. That's why. All right, so we got some overlap here. Maybe at the 690s is going to be the next big one. Then we have huge liquidity up here at the 730s. We'll get a 30 second on that in a second. Just stretch this across a little bit more. All right, so I got my sell in there. I'm keeping an eye on that 30 second. Wanted to come up, tap me out, get ready to get smacked down into that liquidity again. Low volume selling happening, so Really, no sellers were interested in taking it lower. There was a big person that offloaded though right here, so we will see. I'm gonna take one here.
Order filled.
Take one there. Get my hand in the cookie jar. All right. There we go. Oh, man. Yeah, it's still going to be a great area to short up there. Even still. All right, so we got a new close. How's the volume here? Volume tapered. Let's see. Let's see what we get here. Doing a little stair stepping. New buyer. New buyer. Not real sellers yet. This is your real seller up here. This is the real selling liquidity. All right, let's see if I get filled on this. Oh,
Order
there we go.
filled.
Okay, got filled on 3. Should see some rejection at the 88s. That's where we actually should start seeing a little bit of that liquidity starting to tap in again. So if we crack back up into here, I'm gonna go 5 lot somewhere up there. I'm gonna cover 2 there, just because the seller's still not too crazy. I want to see this come down a little bit. This buyer's strong. Whoever this buyer is, he's really strong. It's not a weak buyer. Just the seller's strong too, so. I would like to sell into the 03s again. I don't think we'll get there, so I'm gonna sell 97. Let's go right here. I could have sold again. I could have took more right there. This DS, that's what I'm talking about, dude. I'm never really done trading. I don't care if I'm up 1,000 points. But that's great. I'm not done trading until I buy a house cash. That's when I'm done trading. Buy a house cash and I'm retired. That's when I'm done trading for the day. All right, let's see if we get a little dump down here. All right, so our big buyer, I would say the big buyer liquidity is right here at 66. So this is where I would probably take off the rest of these. If we tap back down to that 66 level, let's see right here, where are we at here? 66. We'll go a little bit above there, 68. I think this is more reasonable. Flagging. I don't think we got the gusto though, I'll be honest. Buy volume tapering, let's see. If we do flag though, I'm selling there, and I'm gonna sell more at 604 if we do crack that level again. We'll go 5 lot this time though. 60. I'm still gonna sell that 60. I'll sell them at 60. I'll firm it a tick. How big's that pocket? Yeah. All right, we'll see. Buy volume's increasing. This buyer's trying to take it up still. Got 1 minute left. This whole candle's kind of wavering here, so unless we get a bid in the last minute here, we're gonna be pretty chilling here. Oh. I hope this moves so fast I get slippage to the downside. You never get slippage in your favor though with prop firms. It's always against you. I don't know. At least I haven't. All right, that buyer's still active here. Look at this guy. Obviously, this guy's still here too. Right here. Boom, 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 boom. It's just accumulating. It's really trying. So worst case scenario is we blast through all of this liquidity. I don't think it's going to happen, but that would be worst case scenario on sitting on all these contracts here. So not real selling yet either. Again, there's a big seller up here. Just there's needs to be new buying interest. There's not really new buying interest up here. You did have one right here. They tried to take it and they couldn't catch new buying interest up here. So it's going to be reliant on this buyer here to do something. So see if we get our little tap here.
Order
All
filled.
right, there we go. Got the little tap there. All right, should find our buyer here again. Right here, on this level. There he is. There he is. All right. Still not too concerned about him, but he is a bigger buyer. He's a bigger player here in this game. So, see what's gonna happen here. Oh, by the way, this is a bull trap. Boom, boom. Are we above our pre-market high? But we came back down into pre-market high. So this is a huge trap. Could probably play a downside continued here. I hope we come back up here. I really do. I'm not going to be a buyer here yet, but supposedly, all right, so I'll check this out. With this bull trap, in its context, we're saying we're going to come all the way back down to the 440s. That's what it's saying. So keep an eye out for that. All right, here's the buyer. Buyer's really trying here. I probably should have took another one there. I should have took another one there. I don't know why I didn't. It's all right. I'll sell it. Oh, man. We'll see. Come back up. I don't want to front run this now. Let's see. Let's see. Catch a bid here. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay planted like a tree. Play the backside of this liquidity. See if we get a flash and grab. Flash and go. Tap up into this liquidity again up here. Could have played the 88 for one. Would have been an instant 10 points. Good morning, Dewey. Long up. I caught this level here up. Or no, did we catch this level up here? I marked this level. I don't know if I actually... I know I did play some of this. And we have our new buyer. Yeah. And then we tried to get back in. Wouldn't let us back in. But I did play... Well, I was here on the short, Dewey. On the tick. I put it at 604, though. But it was at 603. And that would have been my instant short there. That was where I was looking to go short. So we'll see. I'm still trying to short this area. But this buyer's looking pretty strong. 9:39 Eastern. 9:39 Eastern. 9:39. Yeah, so that zone there that we tapped into twice, I'm pretty sure I played. Didn't we play that long? If I didn't play that long, I meant to play it long. No, I'm pretty sure I played it long. Yeah, I did, because I caught the news into it too. And oh no. That was technically a short. I know I caught the long though. 2600? Yeah, that's where I'm trying to short. Trying to short 2600. I'm trying to short 603. I tried to short 603 earlier. I don't like the second test per se, but I still think that we're gonna roll up. The buyer's trying here. Buyer's trying to aggress here, so let's see. Real buying, not real selling yet. Yeah. Yep. I wanted this one here and I didn't get the fill at 2.7. But it's all good. I'm in the right places. I'm in the right places to the tick. Oh no, I didn't want the short from 2.7. I wanted the long from well, technically this was the long, but we didn't know that was gonna be the long at. I didn't play that long yet. I was going to play a double tap into this range here. But this was a new aggressor, so I haven't been able to get in anywhere for this long from the strat that I'm taking. I've been playing short side. Long side off this point, though. And then we just haven't really been getting back into liquidity. I think I took some longs here. I think we took longs here. Then we have that short liquidity up here. I don't know. I'll have to go watch it again. I took a lot of trades this morning. Trying to play the short still. Even though we're dredging up against this area, I still would like to see us come up, tap into this liquidity pool here. We'll see. Got out long at 2600, but did not short. Then took the long off the 1 minute ATR 533 areas, 580-ish. Yeah. New sellers aggressing here. We'll see. The new sellers have been getting taken. Every time a new seller tries, they get swept. So we'll see if this one holds. Swept. So that's the thing. I know there's a big seller here, but there's not really, nobody really wants to sell this market right here. This is just from previous. So. Yeah, there is a new seller here technically. I don't really want to sell him though. Buyers are trying him. I'm surprised we haven't caught a bid yet. So worst case scenario is we clean all of the 600s and go straight to 620. All right, new buyer. Let's see if we get it. So the tick here, haven't tapped up into this seller yet. I could have taken so many shorts off this 87 area, and I haven't done it. I'm expecting this to get blown through though. Bottom of the zone, 630. That's about where I have mine too, right here. The overlap. I like the 630 as well. 630, or to be honest with you, I would prefer to really start getting short. Yeah, 630, 635, 636, and then up here at the 690s if we get up there, but we'll see. It's kind of tricky here. So you got your new buyers right here, technically, from a volume standpoint, but that still doesn't look pretty. I still say we need to come down to the 530s or even the 527s again, but we'll see. This is definitely flagging though. Not flagging, but it's looking like it's ready. Yeah, no problem, Dewey. Thanks for stopping in, dude. Challenge to find new buyers up here. It's crazy. All right, pushing down a little bit. I don't know. This isn't a real seller yet, so technically you can still catch the bid. See, bid. So none of this being real selling, it's kind of sketchy because now looking at this, I don't know if I want to be in for a whole mini at this level. So, very fascinating. So if I was to mark out another zone, by the way, you have your buyer here, your buyer right here, and then you have, let me see here, if that buyer got taken, this buyer here in this double zone here. So we're tapping into this liquidity. These are gold zones, by the way, although they're not packed, but you're tapping into that liquidity. These buyers are really strong if they're holding on a 5 minute. Look at these dojis, multiple dojis in a row that are green like this. That's very bullish. So I may scale this back a touch. I'm gonna go 2 at 597 because this is getting a little more intimidating. Could keep taking the short at 88 though. And then I'm gonna still keep my 604.5. And I might front run the 603s with a couple. It's not gonna front run it this heavy. All right, there we go. I'll put it for 9, but just set them a little differently. So you're buying. We're gonna see. This could get actually really scary. Multiple dojis in the same direction. This is like a triple anomaly right here. Almost, not really. Still, get real sketch here to the upside. I mean, until we break this level, it doesn't really matter. I want to hit the short, but all right, let's see. Is this going to be the moment? Moment of truth here? I just don't want to get blasted. That would be horrible if I just get blasted. All this accumulation, building strength right against, like knocking on the door, basically. This is like the police knocking at the door right now. Boom, 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 boom. So 88 level, there's a lot of liquidity, but I would assume that buyers are going to try and slip this up. I'm playing conservative because the way this is tightening is looking like it's going to... I already have my strategy in here, so here we go. We're going to see. Cracking it. Let's see if we can crack this, dude. Oh, dude, still having a hard time cracking the 90s, 89s. I know I want to be short. We just keep buying this up, though, so I don't want to front run this. I want to see us actually like do a quick bid and then dip. Here we go. This might be it right here. Let's see. Heave. All right, come on. Buy it up. Don't be scared now. Don't be scared now. There you go. There we go. Buyers coming in. I don't like how this is reacting per se, but yeah. Let's get in here. All right, here we go. Come on. Give me the fill. One take away.
Order filled.
There we go. Got one. To the tick. That was a guess though. That wasn't actually measured. That was just a guess here. Still want more. Still want more in a rotation down to the 30s here. What is this guy? Look, all this buy volume's kind of well, you do have a buyer here, but the buy volume's kind of been tapering. So we come back to 527. 527 is going to be the marker here. So the back end of that selling zone on one of the 602s. This buyer is still trying though. We'll see. This looks funky. Multiple dojis in the same direction is very bullish, though, according to Al Brooks. I've been actually, you don't see this too often where you have these wicks just dredging up like this. So this is going to be interesting to see. Yeah, look at that bid. See, this is going to get pretty wild. I have a feeling this is going to get really wild. It's feeling similar to yesterday. This is starting to feel kind of like suppression a little bit. Like algo's really suppressing price. Real buying stepping in, but them trying to curb the buying pressure. I wonder if this is being reflected on other stocks for options purposes to keep kind of the options levels in check. Because it feels very funky to me. This is very funky. Which also means that if they're suppressing it this much, this could get very short squeezy. Like we could have like a 60 point, 70 point, 100 point 5-minute bar here. So I'm still going to stay in the short until this guy's gone here at 609. If the 609 gets ran, see, let me just make sure on my levels here. This is a golden zone. Yeah, if the 609 gets ran on the 5-minute or the 17 gets ran on the 32nd, I would probably, I don't know, I'm still probably going to hold it. This is funky though. Look at this. I still want to get this multiple doji though like this. This looks crazy. This is spooky. Spookily to the upside. Let's see here. Buyers is knocking at the door here. How many dojis are we gonna have? This is crazy. Spooky. It's gonna be very interesting. It's like something's not right in these waters. You can feel it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dojis in a row. All for it to come up and then just get dumpstered on again. That's what's gonna happen. I feel like. We'll see. All right, we're starting to dredge up. Look how tight this is. Even on a 30-second, that's really tight. All right, this is gonna be brutal because I know that the 7. I'm sticking to my plan here, but I have a strong feeling this is gonna just rip my face off. So this is, I mean, definitely not a trading recommendation. None of my trades are, but so this guy's gone. Let's see. Let's see us get up into this pool again. Let's see us tap this 604 pool again.
Order
okay, there it is.
Order
there it is. Okay, got filled for everything now. So now I got to get ready to cover some of these. We tapped into that pool liquidity. It is very strong though, so this is going to be very sketch. Again, this 609 level close on a 5 minutes, what I'm looking for. So if that happens, things can get very tricky here because things are starting to melt up to the upside now. So I'm going to hold on though. So I'm talking about things are looking very squeezy. All right, we're going to taper a few off there. Taper 3 off there, tapping into that liquidity again. I'm going to get 1 more off. Actually, I wanted 4. I wanted to hold on to 4. So I'll hold on to 4 here. Here we go. All right, that's what I want. I want 4. All right. So let's see if we can get an actual move down here. I really do want to hold on to these. That buyer is crazy. I really do want to hold on to these though. Possibly down to at least 66. If not 27. I'll throw in some at 60. Where are we at? What did I say? 66. I'll go 70. Get 2 off at 70. See if we can get this move. This is just crazy though. I'm not kidding. This is looking, for it to slip like that even was crazy. Look at this. This is melting up. Was looking for a little stronger reaction off that pull here, but all right, here we are. Tapping back into that liquidity again. All right, there it is again. All right, so I'm gonna take one off. There is a seller here. I'm taking one more off though because they're just knocking at the door. So here's your liquidity. I'm taking one more there, just because of the eeriness. I'll hold on to 2. This is just feeling funky in a grandiose way. Look at this. So now I'm holding on to 2. Locked in a couple more for a quick. Wasn't even that much. What was that? Stinking 15 points roughly on each one. I'm still gonna hold on. Look at the selling volume now. That technically isn't pure selling volume. No, there's some buyers stepping in too. All right. Just funky. Still want to see a rotation down here. Yeah. It's something. I know there's liquidity here. I know that there's a huge seller here. It's just this buyer is even still, like if you look at the volume from the 5-minute, the buy volume's consistent, but it's not increasing on the 5-minute. To me, it's still saying that this thing is going to get this. I should say that it's much more likely that this comes down, a lot more down. Just the way that this is behaving like a short squeeze. I've traded many different high momentum short squeezes, and this is feeling very short squeezy. 3 minutes left in this candle. If we blow this area, we actually blow this, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be one of the biggest. You'll see this bar go like 5-minute bar go all the way up. It'll be like an 80-point bar. It'll be massive. It'll just be humongous. That's how this is feeling. So not any more new buyers. These aren't new buyers. These aren't new buyers. So that's a positive sign for the shorts. We also have a new seller here, big brick seller. So that's going to be nice for the selling. Again, a triple zone here. So I'm going to mark that. Oops, mark that gold. We'll see. Feeling very funky out there. Very funky in these waters. Maybe. It really, to be honest with you, with how this is behaving as if the buying's being suppressed. So I feel like this is just gonna turn into this 100-point 5-minute bar, 80 to 100-point 5-minute bar. That's how it feels to me. All right, I'm gonna sell. Oops, I didn't want to sell one more. I'm gonna buy one of those because I don't trust this anymore. I don't trust this knocking at the door here. It's starting to react a little different. It's not as strong as this first pull was. So I'm gonna hold on to one. If this buyer gets taken, or I'm sorry, this seller gets taken here at the 09s, then that'll be my mark. So dude, this would have been the short of the. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's fully loaded. This is the level, 609 on a 5-minute. 1 minute left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles in a row in the 5-minute. Multiple anomalies. One anomaly here, one anomaly here. Buy volume upticking. So this is a buyer trying to take it up. This could get crazy. I just don't see any real buying necessarily. This is actually very, very funky. So I'm still going to hold on to the short, but the way that this is right here, it feels like they're pulling out all the rabbits out of the hat to keep this thing suppressed. Look at it. This is behaving so weird. Give me, just give me meme stop vibes right now. Meme stock vibes. All right, dredge up into a little bit more of that buyer. Funky. Look at this. This is intense. All right, so this level in the 5 minutes is starting to get taken a little bit, so I'm gonna have to mark this up. Let's see here. Let's bring it over a touch. All right. Hopefully it's like an iron wall up there. It's 5 minutes getting taken just a touch more. They're just starting to eat into this. We'll see, DS. What do you think? Still down or up? What do you guys think? Up or down? Are we blasting to go up to the 700s, or are we dropping back down to the 5s, low 5s? My gut is telling me this is blasting to 700s. The charts are telling me until we crack this level, there's no need for me to get out of this short. It doesn't matter. I don't care if they're knocking on the door or not. But it is very interesting. So this is a new buyer technically, but I don't like any of this. The retracements are crazy. I don't trust this at all. Say we flabbergast down to the 70s. Man, what a tough situation. Just very interesting. So technically this is another new seller that aggressed here. So we're going to keep an eye on him. Oops, I want that gold. All right, buyer is still active, but I don't even, this is your stretch of buying right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is your like stretch of buying right here in this pocket right here. And he just got eaten a little bit. So he's holding on by a thread still, and pretty much a super thread, like a skinny thread. So if this guy gets taken, which I'm surprised how powerful he is. Super strong. Exuding immense strength here. All right. All right. See if we get to crack down to these 70s. Personally, I think this whole move gets chewed up again. I think it's all full of baloney, but you do have, yeah, right here. I would say this one. I would honestly say the 50s, but I'm going to take my profit at 70s just because I don't trust these guys. Let's see. So this guy's gone, supposedly. Let's find out. Could just rip this whole thing off and this actually be the move here. Selling increase, selling increase. See the selling volumes here. We'll see. This candle flips red, that'll be a positive sign, obviously. There's a lot of bulls gotta be trapped up here. Ton. It's gotta be a ton trapped up there. Alright, there we go. Got my fill. Tapped into this buying demand zone here. Kind of retraced off again. So, yep, that worked again. 605. It didn't feel as good the second time, though. This one felt a lot better. Alright, we still are up, though. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right. Thank you guys for stopping in the live stream. Appreciate you guys liking the video. We're looking at levels here. We're looking at liquidity. What is liquidity? If you guys are newer to trading, liquidity is where buyers and sellers are. Think of pools, right? You wanna find out where the big lakes are. That's liquidity. Lakes, big lakes. If you're trying to trade off little puddles, it's gonna be harder to land your boat in it, basically. I don't know if that's a good illustration, but the idea is find big buyer sellers. You do that, we're going to find them. So these charts here, these markings, all of these markings are levels where there's different buyers, if they're underneath the price, and different sellers, if we're above the price. When we get overlapping like this, it means that sellers have aggressed, or they're trying to sell. They've tried to sell multiple times in these areas, so they're more likely to hold. Like same with this, right? I left this level out of it. I said I wanted to sell at 70, but or I really wanted 66, but I sold at 72 because I didn't trust these guys popping it down below. So we're playing between players right now in the market. We're playing between the selling liquidity, the lake right here, and then we have some. This is kind of interesting. It's like the most powerful pond you've ever seen is what this is looking like. So that's why it's interesting. You're like, man, how deep? It's like a really deep pond. That's what this feels like. It doesn't look that big, but somehow it's like super deep. So that's what we're looking at here. Super funky price action. That's the idea. So liquidity, that's what moves markets, right? Retail doesn't really move markets too much unless they are a big liquid player, right? If you're providing tons of shares, then that's great. So how we're finding these levels is we're looking at active buyers in the market. We're looking at active buyers and sellers. We're able to do that using price action. For example, I knew that there was going to be a bounce down here at this level because of these buyers over here. See this buying, how clean this buying is? Clean the buying, the volume, you can't really see the volume, but this is a pre-market. But when there's overlap like this, a buyer looking to take it up aggressively in multiple areas, I like the middle of it at 32 because this is where a buyer stepped in twice. So when we came over here this morning, look what we tapped into. We tapped right into that liquidity this morning. You see that? Right here. So this is the 30-second view. This is the 5-minute view. That's what we're looking at here. So we tapped into that liquidity here, found a new buyer, so this created the gold zone, and here you go. We took off. Boom. Blasted off. So this is liquidity. This is a big buyer. A lot of people looked at that and said, we want to buy with these guys. And then obviously they took it up too. You have more, big buying happening here on a 30-second, and you have all of this buying happening. So how I'm marking these charts is I'm looking, where is the 5-minute buyers? The 5-minute buyers is going to tell me where things are actually at here. So for example, this is actually from here to here, the 5-minute buyer. This is super funky though, so this is kind of an interesting one. We have an increase from here to here. That's a buyer here that got swept all the way. So here's your little 5-minute buyer right here. So this is your actual green player on the market, which you can see as we're getting near to this player, using the bottom of the wick, we're tracing it up into this. This is an interesting level. I wouldn't mind being a buyer here, the 66 though. But we're going to see what's going to happen because I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're kind of staying between these two ranges here. And these ranges are very funky. We did have a couple sellers here, right here. So initially, when we marked this level, this was our seller, and then we started to eat up into that liquidity and eat up into that liquidity right here, right? And then we played between these two players, and then this buyer kept taking it up into the selling liquidity, taking it up until we cracked them. And then we tapped this big liquidity up here, this big lake. And this is where we tapped here too, to tap this big lake and just dumped off. And right here, we're just running up into this lake here, trying to suck all the water out of this lake. And it's really tough to do. So this is the idea. Now we're tapping back up into this liquidity again. Personally, this is the funkiest I've seen this price action. And I mean, we see funky, but this is pretty funky here. This is actually really funky here. I still think that there's a big trap happening here, 603 to 606, but it's very, very hard to peg here. Nonetheless, there's a little explanation of what we're doing. So we're using price action and volume. CL goes crazy down. I wonder if there's news on that. It's probably elections, you think? What do you think? Yeah, we're right at this little cliffhanger here, huh? After that big dump. Ooh, whoa, big gap down. Imagine holding that future overnight. So this is the bottom of your buyer down here at 67 on crude as well. So you do have a buyer between these two. This is the very, very bottom of the buyer, and then you have another buyer at 66.49. That's going to be your other. That's going to be your other buyer here. Actually, 66.56. So not a bad area to look to get in. Actually, at the very bottom of this buyer. I say that, but am I willing to buy here? That's the question. I wonder why it's down so much. Tempted to buy one. Huge seller. But there's liquidity here, so.
Order filled.
Okay. Okay, we're ripping up into this guy now. Still pretty crazy. Need to blast through this guy. Need to take him. I'm tempted to buy now. Alright, so, but we'll see. I did order fill, but I didn't mean to order fill here. To buy a crude, so I should have bought that crude. Crude's ripping now. Alright, let's see here. Let's see what we're going to do. 2 minutes left in this candle. Don't love that for the buy side. I'm going to close that trade out. You couldn't see it. I was on a different chart. Should have bought that at 610. That would have been nice. 611. Still could buy it technically. All right. Close that out. Okay, so dredging up a little bit more into the seller. Big seller still here. I mean, technically I should have still sold up in this level. I just know I'm going to get ran through here. I should say I'm afraid I'm going to get ran through here. Look at the buy volume that's stepping up into this area. I still am going to sell one. Yeah.
Order filled.
Sell a few. If I get ran, I get ran. It's okay. 608. Let's see. Uh-oh. My kid's crying. Hopefully I don't get blasted off in outer space while I'm here. So put a stop maybe up here. That'll hurt. Okay, be back. Will this fall be epic? That's the question. My son says no. Oh, I'm going to have to leave here really soon. Very soon. All right. Here we go. Want this one? This one. All right. Oh, you guys don't want to hear that. Uh-oh. Which one? This one? That's good. Ooh. All right, I think I'm going to sign off here, guys. Got the kid, got to get him ready. We are in the short. I feel like this is going to be like a catastrophic failure here. Boom, boom, boom. All this buying that just happened just to get owned by the seller. I am going to take one off there. I was hoping to get one more. But, yeah, it is what it is. This is kind of a tricky day today. This is just craziness. This range here is just unbelievable. We'll see what happens. All right, you guys have a good day. I'm streaming Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 9:30 Pacific. Trading liquidity, trading price action, no indicators actually, and I don't hate indicators. I'm just saying that we're kind of getting our edge here off of pure price action. So very interesting. Look at the way that this is accruing. It's just really fascinating to me. This whole thing is really fascinating. This thing cracks, it's going to be just insanity. Insanity. Yeah, please join us tomorrow. We're going to be here. We're going to be trading. We've got a lot of earnings this week, so there's a lot of kind of stalling, kind of waiting for these price action. Look at this. It's just insane. A lot of price action. Should be really getting active here. I'm still going to take one more off there, just be how this is retracing. Yeah, dude, of course. I appreciate you guys stopping in the stream. Oh, I have a new channel, by the way. I'm going to be linking it tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. I have a new channel. The channel is going to be all the recaps of the day. I'm going to be talking about levels. We're going to be talking about how to trade these different things. I'm actually have some content for trading. Content, not just live streams. So we'll have shorts. We'll have a whole thing. You to see these things live. So again, I took one off there. We're tapping into this liquidity. This is just craziness to me. I still should take one here. I'm still going to take one more here. Until we crack this, dude. I'm just going for it. But all right. Take care, guys. Have a good day. Peace.